So we are reading from Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 2, text number 4. Arjuna is replying to the objections of Lord Sri Krishna that why he should not fight. Arjuna vacha katham bhishmam aham sankhe dronam cha madhusudana ishubhi pratiyotsyami pujarha arisudana. So first we will see the word meaning so that we learn how to understand the shlokas. Arjuna vacha means Arjuna said, Katham means how, and Bhishma means Bhishma. Aham means I. So now we have learned these few sentences. Katham Bhishma, Arjuna vacha means Arjuna said, Katham Bhishmam aham sankhe. Katham means how, Bhishma means Bhishma Dev, aham sankhe. That means in the war, how will I able to fight? How will I be able to fight with Bhishma Dev? Dronam cha madhusudana and Madhusudana, and how can I fight with Dronacharya? So he is particularly concerned about Bhishma and Dronacharya because they are his spiritual masters. Dronacharya had given the knowledge of fighting with arms, and Bhishma Dev was practically his father, although he was his grandfather. So he is particularly mentioning Bhishma Dev and Dronacharya because he has special respect for these two people. What he cannot do, then he says Ishubhi. Ishubhi, what does Srila Prabhupada translate? Ishubhi means with arrows. Prati yotsyami. Yotsya means fighting. And Prati yotsa means when they fight, then how can I fight back? How can I fight back with arrows? Puja arahau. Arahau means deserve. So those people who deserve flowers, when we offer puja to somebody, we offer flowers to that person. So those people who deserve to be offered flowers, how can I offer them a shubhi? How can I offer them arrows? O arisudana, O killer of the enemies. So are you able to understand the shloka? Arjuna said, Katham Bhishma Maham Sankhe. Sankhe means in the battlefield. How will I be able to fight with Bhishma Dev and Dronacharya, O Madhusudana, O killer of the demons? Ishubhi Pratiyosami. How? And the reason is, how can I fight them and offer them arrows in war when they are supposed to be, when they are deserving actually flowers of respect from me, O Arisudana? Now, if I remember correctly, I've read in one of the commentaries that Krishna is being addressed as Arisudana, not Guru Sudana. Madhusudana, but not Guru Sudana. You understand? Madhu is a demon. So you have killed the demon. You have killed the enemies. But you are telling me now to kill the spiritual master? That is not proper. That is significance of the word Arisudana and Madhusudan. Hey Madhusudan, aham bhishmam dronam cha sankhe ishubhi katham prati yotsyami. Can you understand the anvay now? Hey Madhusudan means, oh Madhusudan. So hey word is not there in the shloka, but if you make it into anvay means in the form of a text, then it will be like this. Aham means me, I, bhishmam dronam cha sankhe. Bhishma and Drona in the war, ishubhi katham prasyami. How will I be able to fight with them? Arisudana, O killer of the enemies, Etau means both of them, Puja arahau, they are both very worshipable for me. Are you able to understand the Anvay? Anvay, you understand? Anvay means sequential, logical sequence of the words, which is called Anvay. You remember this because this is going to come in the commentary of Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. He will use this meaning of the word Anvay in his commentary. So Anvay means logical sequence of the words. Just like now I'm speaking some words, they have a logical connection among each other. If I speak poetry, it may not necessarily have logical connection. Just like you see, Sankhe is here and Aham is afterwards, Katham Bhishma Aham Sankhe. So in the sense of poetry is differently presented. But when I speak words in Gadya, that means in normal sentences, it will come like this. I'm just saying this so that you understand what I'm talking about. Are you able to understand what is Anvay or you're not able to understand? How many of you have studied Sanskrit even till nursery class? I mean, at least till 8th class. So Rudra Prabhu has studied, Ashutosh, okay, Juhi Mataji. Okay, so you must have read something about Anvaya. Otherwise, nobody has read Sanskrit. In UP board, we have Sanskrit till 10th, is it not? So anyways, so you know about it. So a little bit you know. Otherwise, you can find out. And you have understood what I'm trying to say. It's very interesting. Let us go in the translation. Arjuna said, O killer of enemies, O killer of Madhu, how can I counteract with arrows in battle men like Bhishma and Drona who are worthy of my worship? So this is very easy to understand. Gita Bhushan commentary. If Bhishma and others attack, why should you not attack them? That is, if this line is the supposed argument of Lord Krishna to Arjuna. Is this not proper for the Kshatriyas? And have you not fought with them? You remember that I have described that about the Virat war, in which Arjuna had fought as Virhanala with both of them, Dronacharya as well as Bhishma Dev. There is the rule in battle, ahuto na nivartita. One should not turn from battle when challenged. In this regard, I wish to tell you a small story. You know that Bhishma Dev had captured or kidnapped Amba, Ambalika, and one more. I'm forgetting the name. So, did I allow the chat? Once again, let me allow the chat. Yes. Now, if somebody remembers the name of the third girl, you just message to me. There were three sisters, Amba, Ambalika, and whatever. I forgot the name. So now they were captured for Vichitra Virya by Bhishma Dev from King of Kashi. So then Amba, Ambalika, and Ambika. Yes. So now, so one of them was having a loving affair with Shalya. So she said to Bhishma Dev, she said to Vichitra. One was Vichitra Virya and one was another king. Yes. Vichitra Virya. Yes. Vichitra Virya. So Vichitra Virya was killed by Gandharva. So now, before they were married, one of the girls, I believe it was Ambalika, she said that I cannot marry you because my heart has been given to Shalya. So then he said, okay, I don't want to marry you. I don't want to force you to marry me. Okay, you can go back to Shalya. But when she went to Shalya said, no, you have been touched by another man. I will not accept you. So then she came back to Bhishma Dev and said, you have caused all this kind of misfortune to me. Now you should marry me. Then Bhishma Dev said, no, I am taken a vow of brahmacharya. I cannot marry. So then she became very angry, and then she went, then she went to, what is her name? What is the name? Jamdagni's son, Parshuram, who was the military teacher of Bhishma Dev. Then Parshuram said, no, I'll fight with him. I'll first give him instruction to marry you, and if he does not marry, then I'll fight with him and force him to marry, or I'll kill him. So you know this pastime probably. And then they have a fight, and then none of them could defeat. So you see, Bhishma Dev himself had a history where, when challenged by his own spiritual master, he actually had fought. So that also is known to Arjuna. So Krishna is known to Krishna also. So this is a very important point to be understood. When this is a point that ahuto na nivarteta. When a Kshatriya is challenged to fight, then he has to fight. So Bhishma Dev said, if Parshuram also said, if you don't marry, I'll fight with you and kill you. I said, fine, if you want to fight with me, I'll give you a fight. You have challenged me like this. Okay? This is a point we are illustrating. Bhishma, the grandfather, and Drona are teachers who give knowledge. How will I attack them with arrows? It is not proper to attack even with joking words those who should be worshipped with flowers and other articles of respect. So actually I have read it here only. I was thinking I read it in the commentary of Chakravarti Pad. No, it is here only. So how can I attack them with arrows? So you see, this is the meaning of the word puja arhau. This is the import of the word, purport, that person who's supposed to be worshipped with flowers, how that person can be treated with arrows. Now you think about it. If a person is very, very respectable to you, would you like to offend them even with words? That is a question one has to ask. So in many situations we say, no, we cannot. No, हम तो उल्टा जवाब भी नहीं देते. Is it not said? No, we do not give a back reply to our father and mother. They are so worshipable for me, and they should be like this. They are very respectable. Then how can I put a dagger in their stomach or whatever? It is impossible for me. Similarly, this is in the same situation in which Arjuna is. He's a very nice devotee. He's a very, not only nice devotee, he's a pure devotee. It is eternal associate of the Lord. So he has all the good qualities. So he cannot forget, again and again I'm repeating this point, he cannot forget the help which was given by Bhishma Dev and by Dronacharya. He says that they are worshipable for me. How can I fight with them? Okay, we just cannot imagine the submissiveness of Arjuna. Inconceivable. Okay, so like we go ahead. Yes. The Smriti also says, Pratibadhanati hi sreyah pujya pujavati kramaha. An excellent person who disrespects those worthy of worship becomes bound up. It's a beautiful point. It's a very, very important point. Even in our Krishna consciousness, when we practice Krishna consciousness, we may develop some good qualities or some advanced qualities, but we should never think that we are superior to our preceptors. As soon as we think that we are superior to, if somebody thinks I'm better than Srila Prabhupada, I can speak better or I can do something better than him, finished. Punara Mushika Bhava. We should never think like this. All the acharyas had a very simple mode that we are simply humble servants of parampara. We are never superior to the previous acharyas. Never ever think like this. As soon as that thing comes in our mind, we are finished. Like my spiritual master puts it very nicely. He said, "Pride does not comes before fall down. Pride is fall down." Did you get it? Pride does not come before fall down. Pride itself is a fall down. So one should remain humble as a humble servant of the Lord, as a humble servant of previous acharyas. Just repeat their words for our own purification and the purification of others. We should never think that we are superior to others. This was not appreciated by Srimad Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when one person said that he could write better commentary than Srila Sridhar Swami. Then he said, Swami Jina Mane, Vaishya Kori Mani. Swami, then Mahaprabhu twisted the words and he said, Swami means husband. So a woman who does not accept his husband, she's a prostitute. So he said that your intelligence who does not accept Swami means Swami Sridhar Swami is like a prostitute. So I don't want to hear your commentary. That's what a very great was a disgrace for that person, because he considered himself a great scholar. So then later on he becomes so humble, and then Mahaprabhu says, "You are a good devotee. You are a great scholar also. It doesn't become of you that you become so proud. No, we should not do. And whatever you say, going against the previous acharyas will only be wrong. It will only be cause bewilderment to you and to others." You can read this in Chaitanya Charitamrita. It's mentioned like that. Okay. There is the fault of repetition in addressing Krishna twice, Punarukti, using the word madhusudana and arisudana. This is because Arjuna, being afflicted with grief, is unaware of the connection between previous and later statements. Did you notice this point? It's like Arisudana is killer of enemies, Madhusudana is killer of demon. Basically, they are similar words. So there's in poetry, if you use the same words or one word or two words with the same meaning, it is called a fault. But it is not actually a fault, because we must understand that Arjuna, being over afflicted by grief, he is not even aware what he is speaking. So being afflicted by grief, a person may repeat the same things. Have you noticed something? When a person is mind is disturbed, he will repeat the same thing over and over again. He might have told you the same thing, and then again he comes back and he tells you the same thing. So like that. So Arjuna's mind is disturbed, so he's not properly conscious of what he's speaking. That's why these two words are coming again. But what is the import? We'll read this. The implication here is, "O Krishna, you also kill enemies in the battle, arisudana, but not men worthy of worship such as Ugrasena and Sandipani Muni. So why should I do that?" See, two interesting words given by Acharya here, Srila Baldev Vidyavishan Pad, is Ugrasena and Sandipani Muni. Now why Ugrasena? Because Ugrasena is a grandfather and Sandipani Muni is a teacher. Similarly, Bhishma Dev is a grandfather Yes, Ugrasena was the grandfather, and as you can say, in the age of grandfather. And Sandipani Muni was a teacher of Krishna. So he's challenging Krishna, will you kill them? You are not called Guru Sudana, you are not called Superior Sudana, so to speak. But you are Arisudana. So for me also very easy, no problem. You have addressed me as Parantapa, very easy for me to kill the enemies, but very difficult for me to kill my spiritual master and my superior like Bhishma Dev. Okay, we'll go further. So why should I do that? Purport. Respectable superiors like Bhishma and Bhishma the grandfather and Dronacharya the teacher are always worshipable. Even if they attack, even if they chastise, one should not give a reply back. Even if they attack, they should not be counteracted even by words. It is general etiquette that superiors are not to be offered even a verbal fight. We have discussed this in the commentary. Even if they are sometimes harsh in behavior, they should not be harshly treated. Then how is it possible for Arjuna to counteract them with arrows? Would Krishna ever attack his own grandfather Ugrasena or his teacher Sandipani Muni? These were some of the arguments offered by Arjuna to Krishna. So nothing to explain. You see now, again I'll say the same point. Do you see any change in Srila Prabhupada books? Nothing. Prabhupada has followed Baldev with the ocean path, and now you can directly see the commentary. So we had a small discussion on Bhagavad Gita. Somebody had something in chat. Okay, you mentioned about Shalya. Was this the same Shalya whose head need to be put in his father to get victory? No, that was Jayadratha. Shalya is uncle of Arjuna, and this is quite interesting. She was Amba who want to marry with Shalya. Okay, Amba. I have no. Anyhow, as a brahmachari, I should not remember too many Mataji's name. Yes, Amba or Ambalika. So whatever, Amba, fine, no problem. Also, it's interesting that since we have some time, I would like to say something about Shalya. Shalya is the Mamaji of Pandavas. So he had wanted to join their side, but Duryodhana is such a rascal. When Shalya had come, he arranged very nice reception for them. The whole army. So everywhere they were going, very nice reception. But he was not coming in front. So Shalya was so happy. He said, this must have been arranged by this Maharaj only. So then he said, oh, so definitely anybody who has arranged such a nice reception for us, we will fight from his side. Then Duryodhana comes forward. See how such a diplomat he was. Then he comes forward and said, yes, it has been arranged for me, and you please fight from my side. Then Shalya said to Yudhishthira Maharaj, no problem, I'll be your charioteer also. No, not his charioteer, Karna's charioteer. And then he said, he was fighting from the side of Kauravas, but he will always discourage Karna when he was fighting with Arjuna. In this way, he was helping with the Pandavas side. A small point on Shalya, like that. Some questions are there? You can ask by chat, or one second. I'll just open the